Okay, I'm Trevor Hofbauer, 25. We're in the Griffin Fieldhouse in Guelph, Ontario. I run full time. That's basically it. That's what I do on a daily basis. It's between the Fieldhouse and the outdoor track. I try and spend as much time as possible just doing drills, strides, trying to nail the little things and get a little bit better in that area.
All right, boys. Good job. That's it. Let's go, Trevor. That's it.
Right now, it's nothing wild. When I was back home in Alberta working full time, it was nuts. Like, I would get up sometimes at 5 o'clock in the morning to get a run done, and then I'd travel up to Edmonton for the day, visit 5 or 6 accounts, maybe do an event in the evening, and then travel back home and go to bed. So life back at home is a little bit more dynamic, but out here it's, I don't know, it's very structured here. On my phone lunch. Like, I was able to give DST a call when I was thinking about moving here, and we chatted back and forth through emails. He was pretty open on that side of things. And then even when I came out here to visit, it was just, I felt like it was a big family, essentially. They bring you in. When I moved here, we didn't talk about it because we were just so focused on cross country in Kampala for Worlds. And then after that, I fractured my fibula, or it's like a stress reaction, stress fracture. It's like pretty borderline. But the minute that happened, we had a meeting about like the future in terms of getting recovered, and that's when I expressed to him, I think that right now is the perfect time to go for a marathon. And he agreed with me. So we focused on that. We focused on getting recovered and then getting the marathon done. So I think that's the best time to turn over a stone and try something new, because you're fully rested, you're fully recovered mentally, physically, and that's where you can really change and adapt. My main goal was to be the top Canadian. That's all I wanted, was just to be the top Canadian. Everything else would fall into place. Time kind of took a backseat, and I knew that I put myself in the best position to be the top Canadian on that day, and just focused on that and got it done. So that was my goal. I achieved it. I was pretty happy with it. For the most part, like, I try and keep my emotions a little bit more on the DL. But in moments where it's warranted, I'm just going to express myself, and whatever I'm feeling in that moment, that's what you're going to get. So you saw that at Scotiabank, the big fist pump, and that was just pure happiness, so it was warranted. But I'm not going to be running around every day at practice or with the guys after every interval just be like, yeah, that was a solid interval, like, woo! We get business done in the moment, and then afterwards we'll congratulate each other or just give each other fist bumps and move on to the next one. There's a lot of personal details behind why I compete, and some of it is pretty dark, but some of it is pretty good, and I just keep that to myself personally. But it was the first time that I've actually finished a race and I felt fulfilled, and I felt really happy about my performance overall, because it's not necessarily the performance itself, it's where you've come from since day one to where you are now. And if you can take a look at that to its entirety and really appreciate it for what it is, then it just gives you more appreciation for the sport. And in that moment, that's where everything came together, and it was just 5 years of hard work getting to that moment, and that's just what I really was happy about.
Ha ha ha.